If you've ever tried to build an AI agent, you know the feeling. One second, it's pure genius, and the next, it's saying something so wild you can't help but stare at your screen in disbelief. It's this constant battle, right? You feel like you're so close to a breakthrough, but you're just bogged down by how unpredictable it all is. Well, in this explainer, we're going to dive into how you can finally tame that beast and build AI agents that actually work. Let's get into it. This quote from a startup founder on Reddit just hits so close to home. It is painfully real. Come on, we've all been there, haven't we? You pour all this time and energy into building something, you're so excited to show it off, and then it just face plants during the live demo. It's more than just embarrassing, It's a huge red flag that something is fundamentally broken in how we're putting these things together. So let's put a name to this feeling. I call it the hair on fire problem. It's that panicked, everything is broken scramble when you're trying to figure out why your agent has gone completely off the rails. But what's really causing all this chaos? What's the root of the problem? And here's where it all gets a little weird. See, in normal software development, if you put in X, you get Y back. Every single time. But with LMMs, oh boy, you put in X and you might get Y today, but tomorrow you might get Z or a sonnet about a cheese sandwich. You're not just coding, you're trying to guide this creative, unpredictable intelligence, and that changes absolutely everything. So, this randomness, it creates so many headaches for developers. You end up with what that founder called janky code, the kind that feels like it's held together with hope and a prayer. Trying to debug it is a total nightmare because you're not looking for a simple bug, you're trying to psychoanalyze a machine. And the whole thing is so fragile that one slightly off prompt can make the entire system collapse. It's like building a house of cards in a hurricane. Okay, so how do we fight back? How do we fix this mess? Well, the first thing we need is some structure. We've got to bring some order to this chaos. We need a better plan, a new blueprint for building agents. And that's where this really cool tool called LangGraph comes into play. Sometimes the biggest aha moments come from just looking at a problem in a new way. And this definition of an AI agent is a perfect example. We have to stop thinking of agents as something we just boss around. Instead, think of it like this. We're building an application where we let the LLM decide what to do next. We're letting it take the driver's seat. It's a small change in words, but it's a huge shift in mindset. And that's exactly what LangGraph is for. It's built from the ground up for this new way of thinking. It lets you build your agent's logic not as a straight line, but as a graph with loops and branches. So your agent can try something, fail, try again a different way, and even remember what it did before. It's the difference between building a simple calculator and building a system that can actually reason. All right, so LangGraph gives us a solid structure to build on. That's a massive step forward. But it's only half the story. We still have the black box problem. How are we supposed to debug something if we can't see what's happening inside? Well, that's where the other half of our solution comes in. This is LangSmith, and trust me, it is an absolute game changer. The best way to think about LangSmith is like it's mission control for your AI. It's the one place you can go to see everything that's happening, from the tiniest little function call all the way up to a user's entire conversation. It isn't just a debugger. It's the whole operational backbone for building and running your apps in the real world. I mean, just look at the difference. It really is like night and day. Before LangSmith, you're basically stumbling around in the dark, just guessing what went wrong. With LangSmith, somebody just flipped on the lights. Suddenly, you can see every single step, you can pinpoint failures instantly, and you can test new ideas fast. It takes you from that hair-on-fire chaos to a place of control and reliability. So you're probably wondering, how does it actually pull this off? What's the magic here? Well, it all boils down to a few really smart concepts from the world of observability, but tailored perfectly for AI. Okay, so at the very bottom, the most fundamental piece of the puzzle is something called a run. A run is just one single action, one single unit of work. It could be one call to the LLM, one database lookup, one tool use. That's it. Think of it like a single frame in a movie. It's the basic building block of everything else. Now, if you string a bunch of those runs together for a single request, what you get is a trace. A trace is the whole story, from start to finish. It's the complete sequence of steps your agent took to answer one question. It's like having a perfect recording of everything that happened, which, as you can imagine, is unbelievably useful for debugging. And then, for chatbots and conversational agents, there's one more level, the thread. A thread just ties together all the different traces from a single back-and-forth conversation. This is so critical because it lets you see how the agent's memory and understanding of the context changes over time. So let's make this a little more concrete. Take a look at this diagram. This is a super common pattern called RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation. This is how you get an AI to answer questions using your own documents. Now, with LangSmith, every single one of these boxes and arrows, the query, the retrieval, the generation, each one is a run. And the whole thing, from the user's question to the final answer, is a trace. You can see exactly what's happening, how long it's taking, and where things might be going wrong. Okay, so having this kind of visibility is amazing, but just seeing what's happening isn't enough, right? The real question is, how do we use this information to make our agents better? That's where the evaluation loop comes in. And honestly, this is what separates the hobby projects from the production-ready applications. This evaluation loop is a simple, repeatable process for making your agent smarter over time. First, you create a data set of test cases, basically an exam for your agent. Second, you decide how you're going to grade it, maybe with a human or even by using another LLM as the judge. Third, you run the test. And finally, you analyze the results to see what passed, what failed, and why. Then you just repeat. And this is what it's all about. This loop is how you move from just kind of guessing and saying, well, I think this new prompt is better, to being able to say, I have the data that proves this version is better. It turns agent development from a weird, unpredictable art form into a proper engineering discipline. So think about it. We started this whole journey with our hair on fire, dealing with agents that were just totally chaotic and unreliable. But now, with tools like LangGraph giving us structure and LangSmith giving us this incredible visibility, we can finally get things under control. We can build agents that are dependable and robust. So the question we have to ask ourselves is no longer, can we even build this? But rather, what amazing new problems are we going to solve next? And that is a very, very exciting question to think about.